show, and today's mission is to teach 2 radio clowns how to be superheroes.
Superheroes helping me.
Someone has to save the world.
Someone has to save the world. Oh, no.
But they don't seem to be taking our hero all that seriously.
Superpower is what, like being nice or something, right?
Giving people hope. Giving people hope. Giving them back their heroes.
Do you ever super stuff?
No.
Then just ask me. It's a fair question.
A grown man wearing tights. He's like the 40-year-old virgin, where he's got all the action figures in his house. That's superhero.
He's a superhero who can't fly or crash through walls. So what exactly is so super about superhero?
He's got... I don't know.
He's modeled himself after superheroes. Now, you don't really see Spider-Man sticking around for the news cameras. You don't see Superman calling press conferences, right? These, by their nature, are people who protect their identity.
Superhero creators create a world where people can fly and be spiders and bats. The problem with the real world is all that stuff doesn't work. Superheroes are fictional metaphors. Trying to transfer a superhero into real life, I think, is a very difficult prospect.
Undeterred by his critics, Superhero has armed himself with an arsenal of crime-busting gadgets.
I carry a bunch of non-lethal deterrents, like a stunner, Cobra Flexi Baton, which is a variation of an ass baton that local police departments carry. An Arma 100 stun cannon. It will fire anything that I choose to put in this cylinder. Airsoft pellets, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, 37mm shot bag. This is my HFC gas blowback Mac 11 submachine gun. I used to carry it where I carry my bear mace until I nearly got shot by a cop one night. I like to come prepared. But if somebody sees it at nighttime, they could mistake it for a real gun and it. Hello? Hello?
So what happens when Superhero answers a real-life call to action? TV turned mild-mannered Dale Popel into superhero. Now he's rushing off to bash crime fighters in his cherry red Corvette.
To respect what a superhero does is fine. To respect the spirit of a superhero is fine. To don tights and cape and then go following around, I don't know, scenes of crimes, that's not so fine.
This is the actual nuts and bolts of it. The sun goes down and we head out on patrol.
Yes.
But Superhero doesn't have a bat phone or Commissioner Gordon to feed him information, so he eavesdrops on the cops.
What you're hearing right now is my unit end scanner. What I do with that is scan police frequencies to see if A, any of my friends are in trouble, or B, if there's some area or situation. It's all on here.
On TV, Batman always had his sidekick Robin. But even though his Corvette is a two-seater, Superhero rolls solo. Armed to the teeth and prowling like Batman himself, Superhero protects small businesses so their shopkeepers can sleep soundly.
Late at night like this, you usually check storefronts, especially gas stations and stop and robs, things of that nature.
Like any responsible TV superhero, this caped crusader has an ethical code about exactly how much butt he should kick.
Equal force meets equal force. If they try to use force to escape, I will use equal force to detain them.
This Clearwater neighborhood is one of the toughest in Florida.
It's a lot like Compton, California, and it's right here in Clearwater. There are plenty of bad things that happen there. There's drug dealing and murders and stuff like that. I've actually been the one in the online community of superheroes that says it is inevitable that eventually one of us is going to get killed.
His heart pounding, weapons at the ready. Superhero suddenly grinds to a halt.
We go back down that way in that direction. That's where what's called the Forbidden Zone begins, which I have been told pretty much by Clearwater Police Department is the area that I'm to stay out of. I do venture close to the area, but it's not a direct order from Clearwater Police Department. It's a request from my friends on Clearwater Police Department that I stay down out of that area because it's dangerous. They actually sound more like fire rescue sirens than police sirens anyway, but it sounds like they've got it well in hand.
So has he ever been confronted by a criminal?
Not really. I wouldn't say really by a criminal. No, I'll be perfectly honest about it. I have not been confronted by a criminal.
Looks like this superhero business isn't anything like TV. So what's a real-life Caped Wonder to do?
We will stop by and pick up some lunch for the technicians at Clearwater Police Department. As a matter of fact, I've actually called into there a few times and said, "Hi, it's Superhero," and they immediately say, "Oh, hey, Superhero, what's up?" So I guess I've built up a little bit of a rapport with them too, not just the beat cops. Getting light enough to pop the visor, so I'll go ahead and pop, or dark enough to pop my visor, and there we go. Now we're ready for night ops.
What are y'all doing?
I'm a superhero. I've been called a government lackey. Just remember, there's somebody out there trying to help.
Absolutely.
Because I do have a closer relationship with the law enforcement community than most of the other guys that do what I do. This is the Clearwater Police Department, so we'll go in and bring them some lunch. Tonight we got a frosty reception from the dispatch office. Hey, did you hear me on the radio the other day? No? Yeah? So if you could make sure that they get those, and you guys got lunch. That's not normally the technician that's at the desk when I go in there. That's too bad. Usually she comes out and talks to me and everything.
To do his job, a superhero sometimes has to make great personal sacrifices, including a potential wife.
The superhero life is a lonely life.
Sadly, the dynamic duo have split up. So, what happened?
No, I'd like to keep that one confidential. Let's just say that the superhero lifestyle did not suit her.
They have to go out and patrol. They have to save the world from darkness and doom. It's not a lot of time to rent a movie and to sit on the couch and just kind of have your quality time.
It's a matter of priorities. Like Spock said, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. And the superheroes are the few, and the many are the many. So their needs are just going to outweigh ours.
Confronted by harsh reality, will our real-life superhero hang up his cape?